Right, Andy, being a magician, we have kind of different tools that we use to manipulate people's thoughts and processes, right?
Yeah.
Now, I've got a couple of tools here that I use to practice this. One of them I practice my memory, and the other is a deck of cards, which every magician, uses. So I'm going to try a couple of bits for you. Do you think that you could be easily influenced?
Quite possibly, yeah.
Honestly, yeah?
Yeah.
What about to do something you didn't want to do? Would that take a bit more?
Maybe a little bit more persuasion.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you something. I'm about to influence you, and I don't want you to feel influenced. Okay, so now you're fighting against me, but we'll see how this works. Memory cards here. I'm going to start with these. I've got many different pictures, all with different objects. Some are in black and white, and some are in colour. But as you can see here, we'll go through overhead. We've got random pictures. Now, each of these I use to kind of memorize different locations and positions of cards, and you can link cards to pictures, right?
Okay.
And so we've got pizza, egg, all these different ones here. Now, I don't want you to think about this too much, but I've got two which you can't see, and I'm going to place them in two random positions of the deck. And I'm going to flick through, and I don't want you to focus too much on this, almost subconsciously just look in. That should have gone pretty quick.
Yeah.
And again, I'm going to turn them over, and that should have been really quick as well. And if I was to ask you for a couple of pictures there, you probably would struggle to name two.
Yeah.
That is what I wanted, so that's perfect. So I'm going to remove them out, and I'm going to leave them over here. So there they are. The second one I'm going to do is grab just a few of these pictures like this, and I'm going to deal them down on the table. I want you to look at them and just kind of subliminally take in what you see. Ready?
Okay.
I'm going to go quick. Good?
Mm-hmm.
Now, hopefully what I've done now is influence you. That's it. That's what I've needed to do. And we're going to test to see if this has worked with this deck of cards here. So, as we all know, there's 52 cards in a pack. Andy, I'm going to ask you to take the cards. Deal them one at a time face down on the table for me, but you can deal from anywhere. It hasn't got to be from the top, and you stop whenever you want.
There.
Happy?
Yeah.
Okay, grab them for me, split them into two piles. Alright, which is going to give us two cards. Okay. Now I gave them a mix, you gave them a deal down to choose where you wanted, and now you kind of shuffled them into two piles, which has left us here with the 4 of hearts and the 8 of diamonds. Okay? 4 of hearts and the 8 of diamonds, and I'll pop the rest of these just about here. Now, do you think that was a free choice?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just go to the wide shot now, just so you can see this. Andy believes this was a free choice, that he ended on the 8 of diamonds and the 4 of hearts. Now, there's two cards here, which I placed into the pack, and I flicked the cards at you. Subliminally, I was hoping you would pick up on. And they are these. A pillow and a fork. Okay, a pillow and a fork.
Uh-huh.
Now, this might seem like two random objects, but we'll just go back to the overhead here so you can get a good look on this. On the fork, there are 4 times.
Uh-huh.
Quite visually, you can see that 4 times. And this pillow is actually the shape of a heart. It's a heart pillow.
Yeah.
So if you were to think of a card here, possibly we would get the 4 of hearts.
Yeah.
Which leaves us with these ones over here. I did a couple of things here. To influence you, I threw in a lot of red colour because I wanted you to go for a red card. Amongst the red, I put a black and white, so that stood out. That was a diamond. I continued with the red, and there's no numbers that vividly jump out here until you get to this one, which is an 8 ball, which left me perfectly at the 8 of diamonds. So even though you were fighting against me subliminally, you picked up on exactly what I wanted, and I only gave you those 2 options, and thank God that you picked those 2 cards, because I was so confident in this little experiment that I didn't put any other playing cards in the pack. And there we have it.
That's great. Yeah, that's great. Well done.